Judge Jeanine knows who the White House leaker is. It is one thing for members of the opposition party to criticize a president's policies, which is part of the natural give and take found in a functioning democracy. It is another thing, however, for the opponents of a president to try to sabotage him by leaking information from within the White House. It is disturbing and dangerous that leakers have been undermining President Donald Trump. In a surprise announcement, Fox News host and legal analyst Judge Jeanine Pirro just announced that she knows who the leakers are. In the opening statement of her recent broadcast, Pirro stated about the leaks that she has her own ideas who that person is, but she is, however, not ready to share them. She said, though, that in the near future she may release the identity of this person who is an enemy of the United States. Explain, Jeanine, we are in big trouble. What is it? The leaks? Yes, the leaks. There is a leak in the White House. There is a traitor inside the people's house. A traitor who must be taken out. She added, that person is an enemy of the United States, that person doing enormous damage, not just to the president, who is certainly capable of taking care of himself, but instead to our nation. Do you think Pirro should release the leaker's name? I do.
President Trump has wrapped up his intense 9-day overseas international voyage that by all accounts was a home run. Our commander-in-chief, the pillar of strength and a true advocate for America. His message clear and unequivocal. There was no apology, no wimpish behavior, and no bowing down to other leaders, but instead strength, honor, and determination. There was no effort to convey or insinuate that the American way of life is the one and only right way to live. President Trump boldly went where no other president has, managing to get 50 Muslim leaders in one room with an overarching plan to combat terrorism, cut their financing, and drive them out. A president drawing a real line in the sand and then focusing how even different countries and cultures can actually work together on a common goal to defeat the extremist perversion of Islam, one determined to kill the rest of us. There's no phony coalition with make-believe numbers, instead allies, especially those because they are Muslim, who understand the lethality of Islamist ideology, who now believe in the power and the promise of our president's words. In fact, just yesterday, Egyptian President al-Sisi called upon the United States to help Egypt crush the terrorists who intentionally targeted and massacred Coptic Christians on their way to church. Today, another ally, Italy, begging for the United States to help deal with the expected migration of 200,000 from North Africa by boat before year's end, many from Libya. Yes, our allies are convinced that America is back with a president who actually means what he says and says what he means. But the president has one problem that he has to fix. And in spite of these historic successes, like flying directly from Saudi Arabia to Israel and meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, and then immediately meeting Palestinian President Abbas, both of them saying they're willing to work toward the pursuit of peace with each other. And our dearest ally, Israel, now convinced we have her back. Yet the president still has that one problem he needs to fix. And while the leaders of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism gave him receptions unlike anything we have seen in the last 8 years, it took an outsider to reset relations in the Middle East. And for the first time, there is actual hope that we, all of us who believe in God, are partners against a common evil, radical Islam, and a common foe, Iran. And instead of appeasing the enemy with apologies and money, our president stood shoulder to shoulder with leaders, many of whom could not be more fundamentally different. But the president in coming home still has one huge problem. And it's not Russia. It's not the Democrats. It's not any of his haters. And if he doesn't fix this problem, we are in big trouble. What is it? The leaks. Yes, leaks. There is a leaker in the White House. There is a traitor inside the people's house. A traitor who must be taken out. That person is an enemy of the United States. That person doing enormous damage, not just to the president, who is certainly capable of taking care of himself, but instead to our nation. And the media, instead of focusing on children massacred from Manchester to Egypt, are in a breathless frenzy awaiting another late-day leak, going from innuendo and non-stories and even publishing classified information. Some actually saying, where there's smoke, there must be fire, isn't there? To the point where even Watergate reporter Bob Woodward is telling them to chill the hell out. Quote, we aren't even close to Watergate. This leaker needs to be found immediately. No holds barred. Now, I have my own ideas who that person is, but I'm not ready to share them yet. Right now, tonight, spare no resources, spare no one. Find that person or persons, the traitors, the leakers, the ones who are destroying our nation. And that's my open. Tell me what you think on my Facebook page or Twitter. Hashtag Judge Jeanine.
I totally agree. Totally agree with her. Get rid of the traitors. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.